nahi dhanena sadashyam pavitram yodire. Jnana alone liberates. Okay. So we say. Now the question is, jnana means memory. Jnana means memory recording. Okay. So that's why jnanam bandha. Shiva says jnana itself is bondage. Now how jnana can liberate? Jnana means acquisition. So there are two types of jnana. Acquiring and enquiring. Do not confuse these two types of jnana. Acquisition and inquiry. Acquire and inquire. Acquire means accumulate. Enquire means find out what is there. Right? So it's like your wardrobe. In wardrobe, so many saris, jewelry, ornament, never used in your life. In fact, next generation also you can't use. That's the acquisition. Enquiry is, oh, I don't have space. What all things are required? Let me throw out something what is not required. That's called enquiry. So I've heard of a Philippines president, the lady, Marcos or something. She had her shoes. Philippines is a poor country. Her wardrobe had millions and dollars worth of shoes only. People didn't have food for eating, but variety of shoes. How many types of shoes you wear in whole lifetime? Every day you change shoes also you can't, but acquire, right? So the acquire and enquire are two different types of knowledge. Don't mix up them. Suppose you go and do MBA. You are acquiring knowledge of finance. You are acquiring knowledge of various subjects, business. So when you say, I am an engineer, I am a woman, you are acquiring knowledge of womanhood, acquiring knowledge of engineer. Self-identity is a knowledge acquisition. And ego, the only job of the ego is acquire. So ego is a storekeeper. It will buy something, put in the store. Get something, and explain. Any experience is finally knowledge. Knowledge is a recording. Any knowledge means name and form. It's recording. Ego does that job only. Acquisition, acquire. In material life, ego does, I want happiness from this experience. The experience is recorded. Who gave the experience? When he gave this experience, what is the experience recorded? All experience is knowledge only. Finally, I want one more experience. Like that, you keep on searching for experience in the world. All experiences are nothing but knowledge. All experiences are nothing but impression. Impression is nothing but knowledge, finally. Knowledge is a memory record. That's all, nothing else. Ego's only job is to grow the memory record. And we have heard the word called knowledge is power. The more knowledge you have is power. So ego wants to be very, very powerful by more knowledge. I want to be smarter than you. So I want to know more about it, more than them. Right? Pandita, scholarship. All this is job of the ego. That's why knowledge is power for the ego. And Shiva says, my dear ego, knowledge is power for you, but knowledge is bandha for you, bondage for you. Huh? As long as you are there, you are acquiring knowledge, and that knowledge is bandha for you. Because knowledge is nothing but self-identity. Who am I? So I am an engineer, or I am a scholar. I am a better scholar. I have read 100 scriptures. 100 scriptures knowledge there. I can quote sloka by sloka. That is called acquire, knowledge, acquire, jnana. That's bandha. It is power in the world. Knowledge is power in the world when you operate. Okay? But knowledge is bandha when you want to liberate. So now from acquire mode to enquire mode, you have to go. Who wants knowledge? Who is seeking knowledge? Who is the knower? Okay, that enquiry you do, the knower dissolves into knowing. And knowing is Brahman. Knowing principle is not bothered. Knowing principle supports knowledge and ignorance. Knowing principle is not bothered with knowledge is not ignorance. It just supports both. So understand your knowing principle, not the knower. So now, when you say jnana, it is not acquiring more knowledge. It's about enquiring. Who am I? Inquiry process is required. Inquiry process is required. That inquiry process is called prakriya. Prakriya is, I mean, knowledge, when you use the word general term knowledge, Prakriya is the knowledge used for inquiring to remove false knowledge which is stored. It is like cleaning up your wardrobe. What is required for me? So acquire and inquire are two modes of knowledge. Acquire mode of knowledge is called avidya maya. Inquire mode of knowledge is called vidya maya. Acquiring more and more knowledge is called aparavidya. Inquiring who wants knowledge is called paravidya. So acquire, inquire. Is the answer clear? Clear? Is it understood? Wait. Anybody has a question on Zoom? Acquire and inquire?
Very beautiful, Guruji. Avidya Maya, Vidya Maya connect ಮಾಡಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಿ and acquire and inquire ಹೇಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ inquire and drop whatever you acquired. Very beautiful.
It is like cleaning your cupboard now. How long you keep on accumulating? How many sarees you can have? How many jewelries you can have in cupboard? So one day you have to decide, okay, these are all waste. Give it to somebody.
ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ ಬುದ್ಧಿವಂತರಾಗ್ಬೇಕು, ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಓದ್ಬೇಕು. ಎಲ್ಲ ತಪ್ಪು ಗುರುಜಿ, ಬರೀ
ಎಲ್ಲ ತಪ್ಪಿಲ್ಲ, ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಎನ್ಕ್ವೈರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಸರಿ ಕಾಣ್ಬೇಕು.
ಬಟ್ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಕಲ್ತು ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೀವಿ, ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಗೊತ್ತು ಇಲ್ಲಿ